massive push today on this project B3 built on Base. So this is pretty good. It's about 39% inside of the last 24 hours. So we're going to talk about this. It's already dropping though. So I'm going to talk about what I think is coming soon with this. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none is financial advice, but look at this. This thing went all the way from 13 million market cap all the way up to 24 million market cap, but it's since dropped since then. So it's a lot of volume, 16.5 million. For people that don't know, B3 is a project on Base. It is a gaming platform. So it's like a gaming platform for Web3. So you guys can check that out if you want. But they have something that they're building called a B3 OS, and it's going to be like a whole ecosystem within an ecosystem, right? And they call it architecting the on-chain economy through B3 OS Labs and Holdings. So they're doing a lot of developing in the backgrounds, which is very, very good for their project. And I think this is going to be doing good during the next bull run coming into 2027. But unfortunately, 2026 is bear market territory. So I don't think that projects like this are going to do well during this bear market. And as we're seeing now, this thing has literally been selling off the whole time. And a lot of different projects have been selling off the whole time, especially newer projects. Like they launched this project last year, but still, a lot of newer projects are still not going to do well inside of this bear market, unfortunately. And we're seeing that right now. So could this thing continue to rise? Yes. Would I buy in now? No. Even though it's at such a low market cap, 19 million, it could get lower. Everything could get lower actually. And that's the thing. We're seeing a lot of things just continue to sell off. Like literally, look at the price chart here. Now I'm gonna talk about what I think is gonna happen with this. So bear with me here, but yeah, a lot to discuss. But if you look over here at the 30-minute chart, you can see it's kind of going through what we call a bullish expanding triangle, but I wouldn't trust any technicals right now with smaller projects like this. So I would just say ignore that, because this thing could continue to dump below this pattern here. It could continue to dump below it. So I would say be extremely careful with the patterns when you're watching them for low caps like this, because this project at one point was doing extremely well when it first launched, but then after that, it's just been down since then, right? It went all the way up to 341 million in market cap. So it's literally been down ever since then. But yeah, it was a gaming platform on Base. When it launched, it was really hot, and then just started to fizzle down and started to die down. But people are still playing the games, and they're still building on their project, which is what matters for 2027. So I think that this project will do very well in 2027. And when we, start getting into the next bull market, because we're in the bear market right now, right? So the next bull market is probably when projects like this are going to be doing their best in the next bull market. But yeah, what they're creating is called B3 OS. They call it the only automation platform, right? The only automation platform that's built with the deterministic execution, native on-chain awareness, scalable automations, AI-powered workflows, no code builder, secure sandboxes, and on-prem deployment for enterprises. So they're really working with the developers here, and you can see that they're pushing for people that are developing on their platform. They're even promoting them. This is called Roulette, and it's built on B3 OS, which is what they are creating right now. And pretty much what this is like crypto roulette, right? Like you send ETH or USDC to the router, and it charges a 5% fee, and then they send you back 2 through 7 random base tokens. And they say gamble responsibly, DGen. So it's like a gambling thing where like you're sending in coins. You don't know what you're about to get back, but you're about to get some random coins back. You're about to get some random projects, right? The volume's increasing a little bit. USDC is increasing a little bit on it. But this just shows, what they're building here. This isn't even what they're building. This is what a developer is building off of their project, right? Because B3 has their B3 OS. And B3 OS is like a platform for builders. So that's pretty interesting. But they kind of explain it here. What is B3? We already know B3 is a layer 3 blockchain ecosystem built on Coinbase's Base network. The focus is gaming and consumer apps. So Web3 games, apps, payments, that type of stuff. Token B3 is used for staking and rewards, governance, voting, and in-game payments. And then B3 OS is a platform layer inside of the B3 base. So as you can see, it's described as a credit-based platform used by developers, enterprises, and crypto traders. So it helps them build products like the one I just showed you, and a whole bunch of other stuff, games, projects, everything. So I think stuff like this, and then this is in simple terms right here. It says B3OS is the operating system / business engine behind the B3 ecosystem. So that's interesting. And like I said, I think projects like this, as long as they keep building going into 2027, these are going to be the projects that do the best, the ones that are actually building. So that's pretty much what I got to say about that. I just noticed that it was pumping today. So I was like, I like the project. So I just made a video on it. And I think in the future, it'll do good. It did just now pump randomly. And before that, almost a month ago, it was down to 10 million in market cap. Right now, it's at 19 million. So who's to say that it doesn't keep dumping, right? So that's why I'm like very, very careful and cautious on stuff like this. But it is creating higher lows, which is always a good thing. But it's just there's no telling if this thing is going to keep dumping. There's been people that have been waiting for this thing to pop off, and now that they see that it's going up, those people that held the whole time might start selling, which is kind of what we're seeing now. So you still got to be careful, but I think during the next bull market, it should do well. All right. But yeah, like I was saying, can't really do a technical analysis on this because it's just been down too long. So we'll see what happens. And it's probably gonna break this and continue downwards from here. But overall, good project. All right. So that's pretty much all I got for this for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And if you guys want automated trading indicators like Chart Prime, you can check out the link in the description for Chart Prime. I use these indicators myself, showing that B3 is trading at a equilibrium price point, which is pretty much like the median price that you should buy it at. And then the discounted price was all the way down here. But we're also seeing that they also gave a sell signal before it dumped. So it's pretty good having the Chart Prime indicators because it helps you know when to buy, when to sell, all that good stuff. It just gives you good pointers. So anyways, you would have gotten the buy signal way down here when it was super cheap, actually. And then you would have gotten the sell signal, not at the top, but you would have got it right before it really started to dump. But anyways, this is pretty much what I got for you guys today. And if you want to trade on leveraged markets, perps, global markets, you can even trade through a US stock exchange on Avantisfy. You can trade all crypto and all that. It's a DeFi perps platform, so you can do leveraged perpetuals, leveraged futures. This is a huge deal. As you can see here with Bitcoin, you can do leverage on Bitcoin up to 75x. And you can see it has a bunch of different stuff. Like you can trade Forex, you can trade USD to the Japanese yen. So you can do leverage Forex trades, 100x leverage, which is absolutely crazy. You can do everything. Like you can trade gold on Avantisfy, and you can do so much more. You can trade the S&P 500. You can trade Google or Microsoft, as you can see here, 100x leverage on Microsoft. You can just trade so much, or actually 25x leverage on Microsoft. And then you can do, what else do they have? Google, Tesla. So if you're not in the United States, you don't have access to US stock market, you can do it through this DeFi exchange, which is why I like it. It's a really good exchange, Meta, and you can do leveraged perps with this. So if you're not in the US, even if you're in the US, use a little VPN, but the people outside of the US can really benefit from this. You can trade Forex, like I mentioned before, Euro to the USD. And this one has a huge leverage amount on it, 100x leverage on this Forex. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. Link in the description. And if you want to become a member of the channel, go ahead and do that. And you can request me to go over any crypto. As long as it's not a low cap scam coin, you can request me to go over any crypto at any given time if you are a member of the channel. I'll go over the crypto for you in full, do a technical analysis, fundamental analysis, whatever. You name it, go on any one of my videos and comment whatever you want. You can go in any random video and be like, I want you to go over Dogecoin. You can go and say that inside of a Bitcoin video. Be like, hey, go over this, go over that. Go over to any one of my videos. Just let me know, leave a comment on any video and be like, hey, go over this coin, that coin, whatever. All right. So go ahead and become a member, all that good stuff. Shout out to the current members. Go ahead and give me your recommendations in the comment section. And as always, I'll be back with another video.